Hi, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys.com, home of technical analysis education. Click the link for a free week trial, no credit card required, and gain access to our multiple live broadcasts daily, community chat room, educational videos, nightly watch lists, and more. Invest in your education and future and join the community today. Looking at Facebook on the daily and weekly time frame, so the dump continues and we see increasing bearish volume. The red flag was a red Marubozu candlestick at the top, losing the upper Bollinger Band support, followed by a confirmation day, closed down at the low of the day. When we close at the low of the day, it shows weakness heading into the following day, and we can anticipate further downside. And we got that today, a higher open, bears in full control. Here we are testing the middle Bollinger Band support of 129.49. If we lose that level tomorrow, the 50-day moving average is a key level to hold as we bounced off of that on the low of the last consolidation, and that's going to be in the mid $128 range. So bears in full control. The weekly chart is a bearish candlestick. We are testing this 10-week moving average support. We fended off the bearish MACD cross 2 weeks ago. We're on the verge of another one, and this test of this 10-week moving average is likely to come next week. So that level next week will be in the mid 128s as well. And if we lose it, we'll see a bearish MACD cross, and it will be the first time that level is resistance in the past 4 months, and we'll be looking down at the low 120s. So not saying we're going to head all the way down there straight away. We do still have this middle Bollinger Band support to test, and we are still forming higher lows on the daily time frame. One thing I want to point out with Facebook is you don't see breakouts like you do with other names. If you see the Netflix breakout that we had recently, it broke out above the upper Bollinger Band, and then it just ran for 4 or 5 days. That doesn't happen with Facebook. Look back at the history. When it's above the upper Bollinger Band, you get 2 days at most before consolidation comes. So that is always something to be aware of. Look at the previous history. What happens to the price of the stock when it gets above the upper Bollinger Band? And it's always short-lived. We did have one breakout back here in early 2015 where we did run above the upper Bollinger Band. But other than that, we have not run above the upper Bollinger Band for more than 2 days in the past. How many years am I looking at? Multiple years, 3 years. And then even then, when we did see that 4-day breakout, look at the dump that followed, an absolute big-time dump right after. So Facebook, not really good historically at breaking out and running. So that's a time to be taking profits, and a lot of traders know that. So middle Bollinger Band support tomorrow. We'll see if it can hold. Let's look at the 5-minute time frame to see the weakness right out of the gate today. We lost all 5-minute moving average supports in the first 15 minutes of trading. We back tested and rejected from them twice, and then just continued to drive down, unable to get above the exponential moving average resistance. Very clear that the bears were in control the vast majority of the day. We did see a base of support built here down at 130.11, 130.15, 130.11, then we got over the 20-period moving average, so that was a potential bullish entry. Obviously, it didn't amount to anything as we traded sideways, lost that support, didn't break the new low of the day until a while after, but with an appropriate stop loss in place just below the low of the day, it would have been a losing trade. It would have been a false signal above that 20 period, but keeping those losses small and using those signals, more often than not, you will get a nice bullish entry and some nice gains on that signal. So it wouldn't have worked out in this instance. We would have pulled back, and then we rejected from the 20 period time and time again into the end of the day, showing that weakness. The hourly time frame now trying to bounce, rejecting from resistance. We'll see where the hourly sets up tomorrow pre-market to see if this 200 period is still resistance. But the point is, the bears are in control of Facebook until we see a nice bullish reversal candlestick, ideally holding the middle Bollinger Band for the bulls tomorrow. That's what they're looking for. But if you're not in Facebook bullish right now, be patient looking for an entry and wait for that signal that the trend is going to change back to favor the bulls in the short term. So I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in tomorrow to see how the week wrapped up. We do have weakness in the markets after hours, with Amazon seeing a miss. Google saw a beat, but they're not really seeing much upside here after hours. So we could be in for further downside in SPY, which obviously wouldn't help the Facebook bulls turn things around. But we'll see where we stand pre-market. We'll get a lot more information then. I appreciate you watching. Have a wonderful night.